how I learned more from rich losers than rich winners. In this case, my example is video game players. You know TGR, that guy that's trading online? One of the guys. There are plenty. You also know that guy Orangey, I think. Braz and his group is hanging around with him. He made like $500,000 on one day via meme coin. These are the rich losers that I want to call them. Former video gamers. I would even consider myself one, even though I'm not rich at all. I'm more wealthy than the average guy in the Netherlands and have a way higher quality of life, but I will never call myself rich. I will only do that when I can pay my parents like 10k a month to help them and whatever. Then I might consider doing it, but I don't really care that much. Why did I learn more from rich losers than rich winners? It's because business is a super easy game. It's simple, not easy. And why am I saying that? It's because it's just input and output. If you want a lot of money, focus on a skill that is kind of guaranteed to give you a lot of money. If you look at online high-ticket sales reps, the best online high-ticket sales reps make a shitload of money. That means if you become one of them, you're also gonna make that money. There's not a lot of risk in training yourself up to doing that. You are gonna make a shitload of money if you become one of the best ones. The only risk is if you reach it. But that's just pure input and output. I know if I put the next 5 years into becoming the best online sales rep there is, I would make at least 20k a month. I don't really have a passion for that. I don't really care. So I'm doing something else that also has leverage. But that's just for an example. And what has that to do with rich losers and rich winners? Rich winners are sometimes super intelligent and have found outsized returns and they found a way to get super rich quickly and then they just live off of that. Like you can make $500,000 with one smart trade and then just get yourself to pay dividends every single year and you would never have to work again, for example. But that's the rich way of doing it, but that's for super intelligent people. And most people, I think Warren Buffett, he never really worked a day in his life. He just always invested in things like a smart guy. That's the risky way of doing it and the lazy way of doing it. I would like to look at rich losers because most of the rich losers, former video gamers like traders or content or Fortnite professional gamers, for example, they just put in so much effort that it was unreasonable for them to get rich. The example that I was telling you about is TGR. He does trading for a living and the reason why he is super rich is because he did a boring thing for an exceptional amount of days. He just did the same boring thing for a very, very, very long time without stopping to just get super rich. That's just what he did. It's not rocket science. You have to go through a lot of pain, a lot of sacrifice, punches in your ego basically. So it's not easy, but it is very simple. If you just do that simple thing and you get better every single day at that one thing and you just show up, you're gonna get fucking rich. It's not trying to glaze you or anything or glaze TGR or any of these other guys. It is just simple maths in online sales rep. If you take 10 plus sales calls per day, like let's say 10, like 1 hour, some don't show up. Let's say 20 and it's like a 50% show up rate. I have no idea. Let's say you take 10 that actually show up per day. Do you think that you're gonna get very, very good at online high ticket sales? Yes, of course. At least if you're not fucking retarded. Put in that time and that effort, you're gonna become very, very good at doing that. If you just detach your ego from this thing. I know money is a sensitive topic and people don't like to talk about money. Let's talk about playing guitar. I don't like playing guitar, but I like the example of playing guitar. If someone challenges you to play one of the more difficult songs on the guitar in 1 month, if you do that, you get $100,000. And then you might think that's a very good deal. I'm gonna spend every single day until that point try and play guitar. But right now, you probably don't play any guitar. You don't know how to play guitar. So you go to YouTube, you look up day 1 beginner guide, guitar, you buy a guitar, and you go to your room and you play for an hour, then you get bored and you do something else. Next day, you really want that $100,000, so you're gonna try again and again and again, and you start increasing the difficulty because you want to get to that level of that difficult song. And probably by day 15 or 16, you can play that incredibly difficult song very well already, and you're just gonna try and practice till day 30, till you have the performance test and you can claim your $100,000. And then it was quite simple. It was not easy because you spend a lot of time doing that, a lot of time learning and getting better at making mistakes, but it was quite simple to get that $100,000. But now you go to money and your ego is attached to it. Your life would change so much if you get so much money. So now it's a different topic. Now money is different. Now money is bad. You can't earn money. Money is for scammers or whatever. Your brain tries to make all these limiting beliefs because what you basically have to do is go through a lot of pain to get there. It's not rocket science. That's why I made this video. There's nothing special to it. If you do a lot of that thing, you're gonna become good at it. And if you choose the right thing that's gonna make you a lot of money, then you're gonna make a lot of money. That's the reason why Braz is rich. That's the reason why TGR is rich. That's the reason why Warren Buffett is rich. All those guys, they just did one thing for a very long time until they became very good at it. And you don't see them between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. in their dark room analyzing trades online, trying to get in the right moment and losing £1,000 per day until they make 5k per day or 10k per per day. And that's when you see it and you think, whoa, they're making $10,000 per day. They must have been so lucky. And how did they do it? Every time they get lucky. And you don't see that 6 months of that 12 months window where they lost money every day, where they went pain, they were crying in their room because they were lonely, because they were just so much into work and they didn't do any fun stuff, and their friends were going out drinking and they couldn't do that because they had to be working. They went through that pain and they make that money, and you're gonna think, well, he was so lucky, I also want to be that lucky. Rich losers, rich winners. I don't care if you're rich, you're already a winner in my opinion, because I know it's not easy. So if you're rich, you went through a lot of pain, and I respect you for that. Try to be one of them. If you don't, I don't really care, to be honest. But if you're talent and you want to work for us as a business in our YouTube marketing company, try to reach us. You will find a way. Join us and help us to make more revenue. That's the only reason why I make those videos. I'm not gonna try and sell you anything. I have enough work already. I don't want to deal with servicing you as well. So thanks for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.